Why don't ducks donate to charity? Because they're shellfish. Shellfish, like in Scotland. Welcome to Shave&Butcher for a Friday shave. It's Friday. Rock on. Yeah. Right? Gonna have a good shave. Don't know about you guys, but I sure will. Cheers. It is Friday evening after all, so cheers. What we're having tonight is Rebel Yell, Kentucky straight bourbon. Good stuff, really good stuff. Really tasty and nice in general. To go with that is something completely different. It's Shannon Soap's Barbershop. This is brilliant. It's one of the first artisan soaps I got. Is it? Well, it was pretty early on anyway. And this has been, I sometimes forget it and then it resurfaces and I realize how bloody good it is. It's one of the best scents in the soap that I've had. And it's almost gone. You can see through, it's very little left. And I shall, when it's gone, maybe before, I shall need to get some more Shannon soap. The razor, yeah, is a good match. This is the Winston, about 16th of an inch. It's the celebrated. It's a partly hollow but pretty wedgy Barber's notch, made in Sheffield. The scales are made by Niklas Gudmundsson, who's pretty good at that stuff. This is like honey colored or light buffalo horn, and they're translucent and they're just freaking amazing. The spacer, the wedge, is buffalo horn as well, but it's black, and this is just, this is so pretty. It's incredible. Goes well with the face though, doesn't it? We're going to end up with Lucido afterwards from the Mandom Corporation in Japan. Voila, the brush that has the honor of accompanying these lovely ladies and gentlemen is the Paladin Winston. It is 28 millimeters, and I'm getting a text. Yeah, have you tried the Rebel Yell? And I'm not live, otherwise I could have told him. So that's what we're doing. It's a badger knot. Gonna need a bit of work to get it full and chock-a-block satisfied with soap. I've squeezed all the water out, so I'm rehydrating a bit, putting a bit more water into the soap container to make sure I get enough of it out. And this is, I haven't really studied what Barbershop smells like. I have some other Barbershop type soaps which doesn't smell the same. This is incredible. I guess it's lavender. Does it say somewhere what the scent notes are? Nope, it doesn't. You have to go to shannonsoaps.com and find out. I think they still make it. So tonight is Friday and it is Real Talk, which is a bizarre thing that goes on Instagram with Christopher Bailey and David Gonzalez, and for some reason they decided to put it in the middle of the night, so I always miss it. I wish they would do it during an evening, for example, so that people could watch it. What can you do? I always get it afterwards on Instagram or on CDB's YouTube channel. Why do I mention that? Well, because tonight they're going to be joined, I hear, by the people behind Shannon Soaps, which is Shannon and Brian, and a complicated Eastern European sounding surname. I don't know what Brian's doing there. Shannon makes the soap as far as I know. Brian's job is being funny and appreciative of Shannon's work on Instagram and Facebook. Now he's a fun guy. Brian is, I don't know either of them. He's just an entertaining guy, basically. Shannon is a goddess of soaps. Now I can't remember what this costs, but I know their main champion is CDB, and he keeps going on and on about it, about their soaps. And obviously, since he goes on and on about them, they're pretty cheap. Because he gets off on cheap. I don't know why. It's got to be a childhood thing somehow. Maybe he grew up in a really, really wealthy family where he was embarrassed, and now he tries to deal with his traumatizing past in the castle by promoting things that don't cost too much, sort of appealing to us peasants. I don't know, it's just a theory. I don't know, Christopher. But the scent of this soap is phenomenal. What is it? I need to find out. I hear good things about the other Shannon soap scents. There's one, bananas in pajamas or something like that, which is quite popular. So yeah, I might try out a few more. It's confusing because all their labels look the same, apart from, I guess, the name, and that's good, and it's a way to keep things not too expensive, I guess. Pretty boring though, Brian. If you're in charge of marketing, do something funny with them. I don't mean clowns and stuff like that. That's more PAA level. Or naked women, which is more A&E. I'm just saying, you know, you do what the heck you want. Of course you do. But it's nice to be here. Nice to do a Friday shave. I was thinking of going live on Leather and Blade, but it's pretty crowded and it's a bit intimidating because it's Americans all over the place. And Canadians, they're about the same, but nicer. Except if they're drunk, because then they're just the same. Rebel Yell. Nice. Nice and tight. Okay, here we go. Friday shave. Thank God, finally. It's been an okay week for yours truly. Working from home, nothing exciting going on. Meetings. The most interesting thing was yesterday. I had a 9 o'clock meeting. I was ready for it, and then, you know, wearing the t-shirt I wore yesterday and I slept in and I couldn't be bothered. I tried to change clothes approximately once per 24 hours, but sometimes, you know, you can't be bothered. And it was going to be a phone meeting. But then it's like 8:58. I get an invitation to the video meeting. It is important people, external, and the first time I meet them and everything. So I just ran out, and I have this shirt, which is, you know, nice dress shirt, white, and it's ironed, at least up here, and I use it for such occasions. So I put it on, wear it for 30 minutes during the meeting, local professional, nothing, no bottom on or anything. Then I hang it in the closet. I've had it for weeks. So you don't only get shaving on this channel, you get some advice from life. There you go. Yeah, so that was the most exciting thing. So you can imagine my week, basically. Been okay though. Had a bit of this. Yesterday I started doing a comparison shave between the leaf razor and the Shave&Butcher razor, and managed somehow to put the screws in and the blades in the wrong way on the Shave&Butcher. So it was like a carpet knife up here, and I just it was horrible. And I had to stop, and afterwards I was cleaning the razor, and there was this spot of soap that wouldn't go away, so I had to put my finger in, and it was, you know, a piece of skin about the size of that nail. So it's back there where it used to be. Ah. I'm pretty sure. I could be wrong, and I know there is opinion and taste, etc. But quite possibly the way the butcher, you know, kick ass this size, isn't that the awesomest straight razor in the world? I think so. I mean, if you have a different opinion, please let me know. What is cooler than this thing, which is, you know, 170 years old or whatever, and still shaves like a charm. Yeah, so it's Friday, early evening, getting ready for the evening. My daughter's coming home, so she doesn't live very far away. So it's the family. It's good. No one else, because everyone else has coronavirus. It's horrible. It's like the highest infection levels ever, I think, in Sweden. And we have, you know, mutated virus, this, that, and the other. So boyfriends and girlfriends are homesick with the virus, and we're just, you know, trying to stay together, not get it. We will at some point. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, Swedish strategy is a little bit like, fuck it. You know, it's a polished version of the Brazilian attitude. I don't know. It's okay. Okay, rehydration after pass number 1. Rebel yell. So my friend who texted me thought maybe, he said, he called me just before I went into the shop. The shop is the shop because there's a monopoly. The state has a monopoly on selling alcoholic beverages in Sweden. So it's all you know, there are shops a bit all over the place, but there's only one chain where you can go. So I was talking to him in the queue outside, because there's a queue now, because we buy our alcohol on Fridays, and there are COVID limitations to how many people can be in the shop, and I was in the queue and I was talking to my friend who also enjoys bourbon. He said, see if they have Rebel Yell, that Billy Idol bourbon. And I said, yeah, I never heard of, try that. So FaceTimed him in the shop, and sure enough, you know, there was a Rebel Yell. And he said, yeah, hell yeah. With a rebel yell, she cries more, more, more. No? Billy Idol? Okay. British punk rocker, if you will, in the 80s. But I think it is probably not his brand, because it's the original recipe from 1849, which is like approximately the same age as America. Although Kentucky will be older, I'm sure. So, but it's pretty good. It's not a cheap one. I don't know pricing in the USA. So, but assuming pricing, well, it's a lot more expensive over here, obviously. And bourbon was one of the things where the European Union, in some kind of trade war with Donald Trump, decided to pinpoint certain states where, you know, swing states or something, states where Trump was popular, with extra import duties, and Kentucky was one of those states for some reason. How can that be a swing state? I thought that was 98% Republican, but then again, I do know a Democrat, but he lives in Louisville, and who lives in Louisville? You live in Harlan County. That's proper Kentucky. I've been to Harlan County. Yeah, so that sort of made bourbon in Europe and in Sweden more expensive, because, you know, and I don't like Donald Trump, but I like bourbon, so I continued purchasing it. But if there is a correlation between Sweden and America, then this is a pretty pricey one. Not the most expensive. You have brain damage, Blanton's. I got that wrong, but you know what I mean. I don't drink the stuff. I've tried it. And Poppy Van Winkle and stuff like that, which is more expensive. But this is nice. This is nice. A nice change from the Buffalo Trace, which is my go-to bourbon, and I drink others as well. I've tried quite a few. Well, quite a few. Whatever you can find in Sweden. I've been to restaurants and bars in Kentucky where the choice of bourbon is like, there's 100 of them at least, and you have no clue. So you either ask your local friend to pick you something nice, or you just close your eyes and point the finger and you go with it. Also, I was in Kentucky in the summer, so it was hot as hell, and they would typically serve you. This was Louisville, mind you, so it's a city. But they would serve you the bourbon in a big glass and a big quadrant ice cube, a huge one, and a bit of liquid around it, and that was really cool. So nice. In Sweden, in late winter, we don't even freaking keep ice in the freezer. We just, you know, if you want it cold, you put it outside for 10 minutes. When I was in Harlan, I saw a rattlesnake. Made my day. Made my day. Rattlers. They're cool animals. And Harlan County and sort of East Kentucky, lower Appalachians, you've got a lot of rattlesnakes, and the churches are famous for having rattlesnakes in the, you know, during ceremony or whatever it's called in Kentucky, where the preacher or pastor, whatever, would play with the snake. And I think, I'm not sure, but I think the logic is God and Jesus will protect you from snake bites. And that's all good, but quite a few of them die every year. So what's up with that? Quite similar to how in Sweden and Europe in the God knows when they had trials for witches, where, you know, for example, they would test them, and if the woman was a witch, and you throw her into water, and if she sank, she was not a witch. But if she floated, she was a witch and needed to be burnt at the stake. So those odds are good. Here we go. The scent of this soap, absolutely magnificent. And in terms of performance, I mean, I made a thin wet lather as usual. Perfect for me. And I've used this soap a lot. I used it when I could barely shave, and I use it now when I'm slightly better. I'm not going to say it's the best soap in the world, but to me, it's just as good and just as joyful to use as any other soap, including, you know, expensive stuff like the Beneficio Varesino, or artisan soaps like Wickham's or A&E and Moon soaps. In terms of quality and performance and enjoyment, this is just as good. But they really nail the scent. It's absolutely fantastic. So, okay, so I promise here and now I will try other Shannon soaps. So I will. I don't know if you can find them in Europe, or do I have to order them from the US? Oh, that is a good shave. Jesus. So smooth. I'm rinsing off with some warmish water. Yeah, just really good. It's not BBS, it never is with the two pass with the straight razor, because, you know, but it's very close. Cold water rinse.
Talk amongst yourselves. Oh.
Yeah, very nice. I'm not reaching for the alum block anymore. I used to quite a bit, and I had that as an absolute part of the routine for a while. If you have a rough shave and you have quite a few weepers, it does help. If you don't, it doesn't really. This thing is quite astringent, not super, but quite enough. So that tightens your skin, closes the pores, kills off some of the tiny cuts that you have. And you have a slight burn, and it's just lovely, lovely, lovely. That was a good shave, good quality shave. And I did shave not 24 hours ago, slightly longer than that. But I shaved with a Weck and the Kismet blade, and it was, you know, it's surgically clean after that. And I still get a super close shave. Because, you know, if I wait 2 or 3 days between shaves, I get if I wait 3 days, which I almost never have, well, 2 days, and I shave and it's reasonably good, I get BBS shave. I get a BBS feeling, there's no hair anywhere. But when I shave after 24 hours, so you shave daily, it's a different story. I can't explain it. It's got something to do with the speed of growth of the hairs or something. It sort of slows after a day or two. So shaving 2 or 3 times a week is sort of cheating if you're on the hunt of the holy grail, which is BBS shaving, because it almost doesn't matter what you use. If you use something decent, you're going to get a BBS shave. It's going to feel, baby bottom. Whereas if you shave every day, it is more difficult. It's more of a challenge. So the real test of equipment and soaps and stuff like that should really be done with back-to-back 24-hour growth shaves. It's my opinion. Anyone can get a anyone can get a BBS with a bit of practice anyway, but do you see my point? This is my point. It's Friday evening. I'm gonna go down, spend the evening with the family, drink more bourbon. They will think I'm obnoxious and not funny. They are wrong. I've been watching Louis CK all day. I'm on fire. It's gonna be good. It's gonna be great. Tomorrow we were going to do garden work all day, and I was sort of up for it, but it's gonna rain all day. So unfortunately I shall have to sit on my behind and watch YouTube or something. What can you do? Have a great Friday evening. Real talk, 8 p.m. Eastern, whatever that is in the civilized world. I barely know anymore. Thank you for watching. See you soon and stay sharp.